something that needs to be understood is that celibacy doesn't guarantee you a man. Celibacy doesn't guarantee you a husband. So many women nowadays have been bamboozled, hoodwinked, finessed, lied to, deceived into thinking, hey, if I'm celibate, then a man is going to value the fact that I'm not sleeping around or sleeping with anyone in general, and say, hey, that right there is enough for me to select her above and prioritize her above all these other women out here. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is 2026. This is not 200 BC. Like, I don't know what, I don't know what kind of time frame you guys are living in, but I think you need to catch up. I think you need to be cognizant of what is going on around you at this moment in time in society. Not saying that you should engage or align yourself with everything that's taking place. No. But what I am saying is it's important to see what people respond to and what people don't respond to. And what men don't respond to is what you do with your legs. Whether you open them or close them, it don't faze us, not one bit. What phases us, what affects us, is how you treat us. And based upon how you treat us, how your treatment of us makes us feel. All this nonsense that I'm not going to give wife privileges to a man who isn't my husband sounds good on paper. It sounds good when you say it, right? When you think about it, right? It sounds good. But the real question is, well, what does that look like in practice? No one gets into the nitty-gritty about that. Nobody. No one talks about what that looks like in practice. Because last time I checked, at a job, before you actually gain the title of supervisor, you are already given supervisory responsibility. You're given supervisory responsibility before the title is officially bestowed upon you. Ladies, it's the same thing with men. We need to see that you're wifey material before we make you a wife. Now, there are other elements that go into play, like the guy you're choosing. If he's somebody who's not ready for a wife, these dudes not gonna say that. They're gonna say, wow, they're gonna see you for everything you have and everything you got to offer, and know that they can't meet you where you are, and they'll occupy the space for as long as you allow them to. These are leeches. These are leeches. They're parasites. It's so important as a woman to have discernment. Men are not the only ones who should have discernment. Women should have discernment too. You should be able to feel out a situation over time and get the idea as to, I don't know if this guy could be able to meet the requirements that I'm looking for and the kind of man that I'm looking for. I don't think anyone's gonna judge you for that. But when you stay with someone that, reflecting back on it, wasn't qualified for the position you're looking for, then this is where people socially give you the side eye. Like, cut it out, sis. You didn't see this coming before? Like, let's be for real. This is why they say marry before you carry. Oh, but people could get divorced and all of that. Yeah. You right. 100% right. When we talking about like legally, when we talking about like man-made law, yeah, you can reverse a marriage. But last time I checked, you can't reverse a child being born. I don't know where you people got the idea that, hey, I'm not gonna marry this person, but I'll have a kid with them. You're stuck with this person for the rest of your life. Maybe you're not bound to the person romantically, but due to the byway of a child being born. Let's not act immaturely, people. This is not high school. You're stuck with that person. They could call you 20 years from now, reaching out to you at random about how their child is doing. And guess what? They're within their right to ask. What you gonna do? Oh, say, oh, no, you ain't supposed to know. No, stop. We gotta grow up. There's a lot of extended adolescence taking place in adults. Some of us with children. We gotta grow up here. Okay? We gotta grow up and we gotta look at these situations for what they are. Okay? We gotta look at them for what they are. It doesn't mean that all hope is lost, but in Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous, out of the 12 steps, you know what they do? They say the first step is admitting you have a problem. And with a lot of us in life, we don't want to acknowledge the first step. We are crashing in life, crashing out hard. Some of us hard. I literally just seen a woman on a dating app I'm on, and I came across a profile, and this woman got 2 children, and guess what? She's pregnant currently. Baby in womb. And she's on a dating app. How far has society strayed from morality? Okay? People don't want to think about their decisions before they make them. But this is why my platform is here, is to help challenge people to think. You ain't gotta believe what I believe, but the conversation is put into the atmosphere to challenge thought and introspection. What do you believe? If you don't believe what I believe, fine, but what do you believe? You know? And what I believe and what I've seen through my personal experience and lived experience is that celibacy doesn't guarantee a woman a husband. All you church-going women, I'm a Christian too, but all you church-going women who are keeping your legs closed thinking that's all it takes, you got another thing coming, okay? You think people don't realize the difference between a woman who's on a break, between a woman who's prepared to be a wife? Stop playing. Stop playing. Even worldly people can see this. All it takes is enough lived experience to see patterns. That's it. You not getting over nobody, okay? Especially now, we live in an information age. People are sharing information online. The best thing people can do is just be transparent. Just be real. Come real. You come real, you'll feel immediately whether somebody's being real with you or not. They're gonna match your energy if they're real, and if they're not real, they're gonna get flaky. Let them flake. Let them flake. Let them flake. But playing all these manipulative, mind-controlling, Jedi mind trick type of games benefits nobody, because everybody's looking for a fool, but nobody wants to play the fool. Woo! Huh? Everybody's looking for a fool. but nobody wants to be the fool. Instead of looking for a fool, we should be looking for a partner. Someone that we can admire and respect on both ends for what they bring. Someone who has character, not just appeal. Ladies, I know you've been taught from a long time to reel a man in by being manipulative, but baby, you don't think it's time to do something different? You don't think it's time to be a real woman? Woo! You don't think it's time to be a real woman? Because I know other women told you, oh, in order to get a man, you gotta trick him. But what do they got? The women that tell you this is how you get a man by tricking him, they don't be having no man. And if they did, he long gone. So in order to be them when they're young, in order to be Bobby then, for those of you who don't know, Bobby Brown, in order to be Bobby when he was young, you got to be Bobby when he's old. Woo! Y'all want the benefits of Bobby when he was young, but you don't want the end result when Bobby's old. So how about this? If you don't want the end result of Bobby when he's old, how about not be Bobby at all? Let's stop playing these manipulative games with one another. And let's be honest, let's be transparent, let's be real, and allow alignment to run its course. One love, y'all.